Hey guys, it's Dan here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a grilled cheese sandwich. Now, aside from the ingredients that you'll need, the assembly, and the making of the sandwich, I'm also going to be giving you a couple tips and tricks for those of you who already know how to make it, so that way you can make yours even better. Now, when we think of grilled cheese, the first word that comes to mind is classic. I mean, it's been around in our country since the 1920s, so coming up on 100 years now, people have been making grilled cheeses here, and it's one of those dishes that's really timeless. So, for that reason, I'm really excited, to show you guys how to make it here. And a few reasons why it's so great to make, a great dish to know how to make, is that it's cheap, it's easy, and most importantly, it's delicious. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Starting with the ingredients here, I got my ingredients laid out. We just got classic white bread, some butter, sliced American cheese, and that's it. That's all you need to make a good grilled cheese. So, these items you can find at any of your local grocery stores, and you can get all that for under 10 bucks and easily make a dozen sandwiches out of them. So, you get a lot of bang for your buck, which is a good thing with making grilled cheese here. Aside from that, it is super easy to make. I'm going to get into making it in a second here, but the prep, the assembly, making it is all really easy. I learned how to make it when I was only 10 years old, and I was really excited to learn how to make it at that young, because it's not the same as PB&J, because with grilled cheese you're actually cooking something, so you feel like you're making a dish, and it's really great when you're young to be able to learn how. So for those of you who don't know how, it's an easy dish to learn. And for those of you who do know how, it's something that you can easily show the little ones as well. So with that, let's get into the prep here. So I have my 2 pieces of white bread, both of which I buttered on one side here. And it's key for the butter, you want to make sure that you get a nice even layer across the whole slice of bread. You don't want to have the butter be clumping in a couple spots, or else you're not going to get the golden brown on each side there. So, make sure that it's nice and spread out so you can get a nice golden brown color there. And aside from that, I got my sliced American cheese, and believe it or not, we're ready to go. And as you can see, I just got, regular white bread and American cheese here, but what's great about grilled cheese is that, you can really use any bread you want and any cheese you want. So, if you're not a fan of white bread, or, you're sick of American cheese, just think about all the different breads and cheeses that you can use. For example, if, you want a crispy, crunchy grilled cheese, but also it's a little bit spicy, why don't you use some sourdough bread and pepper jack cheese? It's still a grilled cheese, but, you can make it to your liking. So, I'm just going to show you just the basic ingredients here, but just know that you can use any bread and any cheese you want, and it's still a grilled cheese. You make it the same way, and it's still going to be delicious. So let's get on with the assembly here. You're just going to take one of your pieces of bread and flip it butter side down. And then we have our American cheese, which we will place on top of this buttered side down piece there. And then we are going to take our last piece and go butter side up, and it's ready to go. I have a frying pan here. We want to make sure we get some good cooking spray on there, so when we flip, it doesn't try sticking to that guy. So get that nice and sprayed up there. Now, one of the tough parts of cooking grilled cheese is temperature control. If you have your heat too high, it's going to cook too fast and it's going to burn. So you make sure that it's not too high, but likewise you don't want it to be too low either, or else it's not going to get crispy and the cheese isn't going to melt. So you're going to want to go on a medium high, maybe a little bit lower, and that's all you need. So let's get this grilled cheese going here. I like to get my pan hot for maybe a minute or so, so that way when I put the sandwich on, you get that sizzle, which you want to hear that sizzle, so that way it's going to be nice and crispy on the outside there. So for those of you who like grilled cheese, but it's kind of bland, kind of boring, why don't you try spicing it up a little bit? If you want fresh veggies on there, go ahead and put some lettuce, tomato, and maybe some bacon on there, and you've got a BLTC. You can really do anything you want with the grilled cheese. It's a great vehicle for getting creative and putting all sorts of different ingredients on there. It's only been 20 seconds, but we're going to get ready to flip here because we don't want this to burn. So I'm going to grab the handle with my offhand and get this flipped here. Nice. Nice golden brown, that's what we're looking for. So, and another example here, if you want a grilled cheese that's nice and hearty, why don't you put some ground beef on it with some onions and you got yourself a patty melt. So, you could just think of it like a hamburger where you can put all these different toppings and condiments on there. You can do the same with your grilled cheese. It doesn't have to be just your plain old regular grilled cheese. Get creative with it and try experimenting because, you can really easily kick it up a notch just with adding some ingredients or so. And with that, our grilled cheese is ready to go. It ticks less than a minute. But we want to make sure it doesn't get burned, so we're going to go ahead and transfer it to our plate there. And take a look at that here. Nice golden brown, nice crispy on the outside. That's what we're looking for here. Now, some people like eating it whole. Some people like going halves lengthwise. When my mom made it for me, she always cut it diagonal. And, in my opinion, grilled cheese tastes better when it's cut in diagonal. So that's what I always do here. And we got a nice crispy crunch when we cut into that there, and you can see the cheese is nice and gooey, so that's what we're looking for here. We want crispy on the outside, gooey on the inside. We're going to take a quick bite. Good. Grilled cheese is always amazing. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that if you learned how to make it if you didn't know how, and if you do know how, enjoy experimenting with your own. Thank you.